Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Before entering the lesson, I'll ask some questions. How will you measure your height? How does the vendor measure vegetables or fruits? How does the milkman measure the milk? For all the questions, what is needed here? Measurement is needed. To measure your height, height measuring scale is used. The vendor measures balance to measure the vegetables or fruit. The milkman uses measuring jar to measure the milk. So in this lesson we are going to see about these measurements. You have already heard about the words like weight, kilogram, liters, milliliters, kilometer, length, distance, etc. So what do you mean by measurement? The comparison of unknown quantities with some known quantities is known as measurement. This measurement has two parts, a number and its unit. What are the measuring tools that you know? So, in the above picture, you can see about some measuring tools that we are used in the daily life. First, measuring tape. It is used to measure the length of the distance. Stop clock. It is used to measure the accurate time of the activity. Next, measuring jar. It is used to measure the volume of the liquid. Meter scale next. It is used to measure the length of the object. Next, balance. It is used to measure the mass of the objects. So, first let me see about the length. Length, mass and time are the three important quantities which we are going to see in this lesson. First, let me see about the length. In the above picture, you can see two students are measuring the blackboard with the help of the measuring tape. The shopkeeper measures the cloth with the help of the meter scale. So, what is meant by length? The distance between one end and the other desired end is called as length. It may be the distance between the edges of a book or a table or the corners of a football ground or even from your home to school. So, the standard unit of length is meter. It is represented by letter M. Very small lengths can be measured in millimeter and centimeter. Still larger measures, say height of a building, a banner or a lamppost are all measured in meter. How to express still longer lengths? Say distance between two cities or villages or distance between your school and home. It is expressed in kilometer. So let me see about the unit of length. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Next, we can see about the international system of units. So, SI unit for length is meter. SI unit for mass is kilogram. SI unit for time is second. Next, we will see about the volume. Volume is also a derived quantity and it can be measured from measuring lengths. First, let me see about the volume of solid. Look at the picture. A box is given with three measurements. Now, let us calculate the volume of a box. To know the volume of a box, we need to know the length, breadth and height. With a measuring scale, measure the three parameters in centimeter. So, the volume of the box is equal to length into breadth into height. Unit of volume would be obviously 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter. That is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter or 1000 centimeter cube. Next, let me see about the volume of a liquid. Here, three pictures are given. So, measuring the volume of a liquid is quite easy. Liquids take the shape of the container in which they are kept. A liquid whose volume is to be found can simply be poured into a graduated container. Graduated cylinder, beaker, conical flask are available for measuring exact volumes. The volume of liquid is usually measured in liters. Measuring the volume of objects with irregular shape. Suppose you want to measure the volume of an object which has irregular shape. How will you do this? There is no mathematical formula to measure this, but there are many ways to do. Remember, volume is the space occupied by an object. We can use this property to measure the volume of an object with irregular shape. For example, a stone. Now let me see the picture. Let us try to find the volume of a small piece of stone. Fill a graduated measuring cylinder with water to certain level, say 50 ml. Tie the stone with a piece of fine thread. Immerse the stone completely into water. As the stone is immersed, we can observe that water level increases. Why? The stone displaces the water to occupy the space inside the measuring cylinder. How much water would be displaced? It would be equal to the space taken up by stone. So the amount of water displaced will be the volume of the stone. This method is called as water displacement method. So to measure the volume of objects with irregular shape, this water displacement method is used. In next class, we will see about the volume of gas, mass and time. Thank you, children.